debt consolidation loans. You might have had a place for a couple of years and it's easy to build up some credit cards, personal loans, even a car loan. So how do debt consolidation home loans work?
In today's video, we're going to walk you through all the steps involved with consolidating debt in your home loan. So let's dive right in.
All right, can I consolidate my debt into my home loan? I'm talking credit cards, personal loans, that sort of stuff.
Yes, you can. Now, the banks are going to look at the history of your lending. So they'll look at the last 6 months home loan statements. Have you been paying that on time? They'll look at your credit card statements. Are there any overdrawings, late payments, arrears in the payments? They'll also look at the same with your personal loan and car loan statements. Generally 3 months for the credit card, they look at the history, and 6 months for your personal loan and car loan statements.
Yeah, so if you haven't missed a beat, all your payments are on time, that's definitely the first tick in working out if you can consolidate debt. All right, so I can tick the first box, debt consolidation is possible, but the second thing I wonder is how much can I actually borrow?
This is all based on the equity in the property. Now, what we mean by that is the property would need to be valued by a lender, which would determine how much equity is accessible. Now, lending up to 80% is preferential, particularly as there won't be things like lender's mortgage insurance. The good news is if when you bought the property and you have your loan with Bank A and you paid mortgage insurance in the past, you won't need to pay it again with that Bank A. However, if you're looking at Bank C, D, E, and F, and looking to refinance over 80%, be cautious because there is mortgage insurance that is applicable because it's non-transferable between lenders.
Yeah, so this is where it gets a bit interesting because debt consolidation can make sense, say, if you want to reduce your repayments, but it can end up costing you way more over the life of the loan. Say, for example, with a personal loan, they're usually only on a 5 to 7 year term. So at the end of the 7 years, the personal loan is gone, you're done, see you later. And while the interest rates might be higher, it'll be gone quicker. Compare that to a home loan, which is over 30 years. So you might be taking that little personal loan debt and by stretching out over 30 years, paying way more in interest. Also to Nathan's point, if you add on extra lender's mortgage insurance on top of that, debt consolidation could be something that just isn't a great idea over the long term in your situation.
We have noticed with some lenders that they are restricting the debt consolidation so that they keep it separate from the home loan. So in an example where you've got a $400,000 home loan, $50,000 in credit card debt, they won't let you combine it and do a $450,000 home loan. They'll make you keep it separate. So you have a home loan of say $400,000 over a 30-year period, and they might go, well, the credit cards need to be paid off. We'll give you a 5-year term on that.
So it sounds like if you've been up to date on your payments and you're still working, your income's great, the banks can give you the money. But a common one we do see is on that equity piece and not having enough equity or getting a bad bank valuation. So what do you do in that case, Nathan?
It helps to work with a broker in these instances, particularly if you're finding that there's not much equity you can play with. There's a few quick and easy tricks to try and increase the equity in your property. The first is getting a licensed real estate agent out to do an appraisal. Generally a good idea to get 1 or 2 appraisals in which they'll show you properties in the area that have recently sold. If these appraisals are above what the bank valuations are, that's great news. What you can then do is call your broker, ask them to arrange 1 or 2 valuations with differing banks and provide these appraisals to the valuers in which they can use those comparative sales to increase the value of your property.
Realistically, the best way we find to get more equity in a property is just getting other valuations. The good thing is these days, the banks will do different forms of valuations. So in some cases, their electronic valuations might end up being more than what a full valuation is with another bank. It's all getting a bit technical, but once you're working with a broker, you might be able to get 5 different valuations. And I had this the other day for a customer of mine who they bought the house a couple of years ago for $700,000. We got one bank valuation at $800,000, their existing bank at $720,000, another one at $740,000. There's an $80,000 difference there in values. That's over 10% of the property's value from what they originally bought between the banks. So this can make all the difference if you're consolidating your debt, even with interest rates. The banks will sometimes give you cheaper rates if you've got low interest rates. So all that stuff can factor in and play into it if you're looking at consolidating your debt. So like we covered, debt consolidation isn't going to be for everyone. You need to make sure that you're not going to end up paying more by consolidating your debt into a home loan because you're extending that term potentially over 30 years. Chat to a mortgage broker. We're more than happy to have a chat to you and see if we can help out and just crunch the numbers because like I said, it just might not make sense.
So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, hit us up at huntergalloway.com.au. Please like and subscribe if you've liked today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.